Oh man. Oh, new update. New episode. Episode 123. Cycle 2088 and onward. Oh, I have to go through and literally put all my dupes in a spreadsheet and figure out which ones are balloon artists for the new merch, so to speak, in game. It's like, oh no. I don't know which dupes are which. Crap. Absolutely. Oh no. Oh. Yes, they added a new firework launcher and they added just a bunch of other stuff in general. I am very happy to see this. I have no idea what's broken. Because I expect stuff is going to be exploding. Also, if anyone has not seen the short yet, I would recommend doing that. It's some good stuff. Yeah, they're adding timed blueprint drops finally to Oxygen Not Included, which is the same as Don't Start Together. And let's see here. While the game is loading. This update introduces weekly blueprint drops that unlock at randomized time intervals during gameplay. We're starting with 3 individual items per week, and you should get everything within 6 hours. These numbers will likely be adjusted in the future, and you can check the drop counter on the Clive Rewards page to see how many you have left. Don't forget to redeem your Clive Rewards crate while you can, while you're there. So yeah, this will definitely be interesting. Now, I don't know where the counter was. Is there a counter? Oh, it says there's a counter. I am not seeing it. Well, I'll keep looking for it. It's not that big of a deal. But yes, make sure the nuclear power plant is off. Which it's not, even though I saved it with it off. As you can see, I did save down here in the camera, so. Okay. Let's do a double check, make sure Gene's safe. He is. He hasn't fallen out of the rocket or anything or weirdness. Load all the planetoids and rockets. There we go. Okay, now here's the bigger question. First of all, mop that up. But which of my dupes is the one? Sticker bomber, sparkle streaker, sticker bomber, balloon artist. Okay, ersatz can get the adjustment. Freestyle response. Find ersatz. Glossy green. Okay. Yeah, too. Oh man, new update. I want to see what the new balloons look like when we get them. We ended up getting the glossy Draco. When I saw the Pip, I was like, no, we didn't get the Pips. Damn it. That would have been so nice. Yeah, it's just like, game, why you troll me like this? Okay, why do I bring that in? Got a massive 2 hours of sleep. Oh no. Do we want Grub Reserve? Nah. No. Blast is fine. I'm sorry, Proto. Proto, what is your Overdroid response for? You know what? Actually, you're wearing pink all the time. I don't actually know what your thing is. I do want to adjust your outfit, though. He's decided to wear the snazzy suit. Standards. We got a new t-shirt. The team captain shirt, which actually looks pretty good. And then the safety shirt. Sadly, we don't have anything matching yet. TTR and time trials, gotcha. Uh oh. Oh, okay, we're good. The game may have crashed. I'm not gonna lie, this is hilarious looking. So, like, the dupes literally got this outfit. I give him props at least. It's so dumb looking on him, I'm sorry. The poor dupe. He got shorts. That's not terrible. That's really not. Little tiny gloves. That thingy is orange. There you go, bud. Another proto-poly. There you go, buddy. I do want to know what your thing is. I mentioned it for the 4 hours. Ooh. Good luck, man. Okay, so yeah, Proto is actually a blue nerdist. Spoon. Super productive. Sure. Yeah, they were all super productive except for Proto. Dang. Hey, good luck, man. Now, here's the big question. Does this override his current outfit? And yes, we are totally going to use this one. Even though I really want the pips now. It's like, god damn it, I need a pip balloon artist. It's frustrating. The shovels are even kind of adorable as well, weirdly enough. Even if they eat everything. The puffs are just... What is this? Quantum tunneling crabs. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The devs knocked these out of the park. Whatever artist team did a very good job. I want the pips though, man. Yeah, let's see if his outfit is overriding his suit. Because he does have the plate unitard, which he refused to take off. Okay, he's just running around without a suit now. Oh no, the sponges have disappeared. Uh-oh. That's a graphical bug. So yeah, I don't know if it's applying his outfit or not. That's actually very much a shame. Because that's what he's currently looking like, but somehow he's got a belt on, which I think is from the outfit. If I take all of his stuff off, into Proto. Yeah, his unitard goes back on. And the unitard is the belt. So that's overriding his outfit. Where's Gene right now? Oh, Gene's in the suit, so it's not gonna do anything for me. It already looks good, so I don't really need to do any adjustments. Right, you're the one. Right, you're literally my team lead here, so screw it. Let's see. Oh god. Okay, there they go. You weren't loading. That's pretty good. Already have the orange gloves. That's not terrible. I think the orange gloves get to stay on this one. That actually looks pretty good. Here's the question. Do you appear as it? No, because the suit's currently overlaying your... Ah! That's such a shame! No! The snazzy suit takes priority. Uh-oh. Kari is currently fleeing. Must have been booped by the crabs. Alright, Kari, there you go. Here, it's probably going to be an easier test bed to just come over here. Frey is currently just doing this stuff. Love the outfit design. Right. Looks good. That part it's not showing up properly. How goes your excavation operation? $9.1 tons. That'll be a bit. I need to double check and see which dupe currently doesn't have an outfit so I can start applicating them there. How much more nuclear waste are we producing right now? Here comes another blob. Okay, cool. So yes, we're currently sending more nuclear waste over to the system. So make sure that all of the canisters are clean fluids before we do this. And I instantly cause a bigger problem. I do need, really sadly, one more of these stupid things for over here. Because I need to make a cooling loop through the base. So, as such, means that yet another branch. I don't know if this will be able to reach everything properly, but there it should. Outputs on this side, so boom, boom. And we need steam turbines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 5, 5, 5. Yep, just barely. The last one will have 2 or 3 slots technically locked in, but it will fit. I will need to apply that, and also one there. There we go. Just getting everything pre-planned so I don't have to worry about it. I'm pretty sure I have one dupe that is currently not in a snazzy suit. Or an enhanced snazzy suit. I'm going to need to go find that dupe and figure out exactly how these things all look on them, and then see if we can get a balloon event to happen so we can test out the Drecos. I also probably want to switch up all of the bedding. Can we change? Any way to adjust the... Oh! So it's not just in the blueprints options. And with the specialty boats. Downside, I can't retroactively repair the light bulbs. So if I want to switch anything, I'm going to have to rebuild everything. Oh no. Not the worst thing in the world, but that's going to be a little rough. So if we want the new beds, which they do look really good, camping cots, we'll have to switch them up. I'm still not adding ceramic beds. No matter how much I kind of want to do that. Let's see. Prototype is sleeping there. Prototype currently... Sorry, Zal. Which beds are the youngest? I should check. Before I start switching them all out. All of my beds have been around for a very, very long time. 2,000 cycles. Yep. Day 3 of playing this game. I'm pretty sure it's this bed and which one? Yeah. Damn. To think that these are the 3 originals. It's so many. Ursula, how's your cooking skills going? Oh, you're 13. Good. That's still injured though. Yeah, let's get you guys medically attended to. That's sealed, yes. Zal, I'm gonna swap your bed real quick. I know it's been here for a very long time and it served you well, but I want to see this new bed type. I just unlocked the camping cot. Which, I'm not gonna lie, it looks infinitely better than the current beds that we are using. Sorry, dupes. Just rebuild it. Thanks, Primo. You said Zao to this one. Well, this is their bed. Where is it? There we go. Yeah, no, that actually looks really nice. They even got a pillow and everything instead of this sleeping bag thing. So, Pips, can you please stop leaving Cuddle Pips in the bathroom? Like, I know you guys like having hugs, but it's weird in the bathroom. Come on. We also have Lex Real's bed here. And Graham, what do you got on right now? Wearing defaults. I wish I had the black gloves, but sadly they just do that. Black gloves will also work. That's not bad. Makes her stand out more. What is that one? It's just funny. Gradient or no gradient? Alright. Gradient. They look like possible. Nope, still messes up because of this. Ah, that's so frustrating. Literally means nothing. God dang shame, it just doesn't work. Because of the suits. Pre-existing specialty suits. Damn it. Oh boy, we're having a nuclear waste bleed out, it looks like, again. We've sent over more. Last of that. Really need more nuclear waste over here, guys. Come on, nuclear power plant. We can do it. Apparently we've had more bee deaths. I always check this thing just in case. Losing. I know. I don't think the beat is gonna make it. Yep. Beat it down. Again. Yes, while we wait for more nuclear waste to appear, I need to check and see if Cube doesn't have a suit right now. Oh, Zhao is the one. I thought they were wearing a blue one. Guess not. Now, where are you? I must test the thing. Alice. There you are. Hello, Cam. Restyle your outfit. I swear the strawberry jelly jacket just looks hilarious. Like I bubble wrap my dupe here, I swear. Let's see, does it actually show? It does! Oh my god, it actually shows up properly. They are now bubble wrap protected. Wearing a big old jacket right now. Oh, it's so funny. Not bad looking. A little weird when they're running between biomes that have different lighting. It's definitely noticeable. Yes. Now, I'm not going to leave you in the strawberry suit, the protection suit. I'd rather put you in that. Especially with the environment that you're wandering around in. You're in 29 degrees centigrade. A t-shirt makes much more sense. How much polluted water? Or not polluted water. 18.4 tons. Archaic tech and some other stuff. Let's see. Where do we want to put this stuff? We can put 2 of them there and one there. When Gene gets back. Gene's certainly digging. 4,000. He's halfway done from what we just clicked on him earlier. Also, I'm going to separate this and connect it back on up there. That way any excess material can be sent through. Oh, yeah, because we still have other stuff in there to pad it out. There we go. Okay, we're sending over more nuclear waste. Good. Tiny amount, but we are sending more. Disabled. This has a drop order. Stop that. Okay, dupes. Give me a mug. Take tech. That was it? Yeah. When we get our space artifact, we'll fill that one as well. How's Friedel doing right now? Oh, well, it goes. Any other fluids in here? There's nuclear waste inside. Send it through. I should probably insulate all of that. That way we stop having more nuclear waste leaking out all the time. I will say this will have to be on its own power grid because this will annihilate everything else I'm running. So yeah, we will be bringing down heavy watt wires down here eventually, and then also converting all the steam turbines over to it, at least to the same system. So all this wiring up here is going to get messed with. $100. Already up to 300, which is even higher than what we originally had. Which is always a good sign. Okay, more nuclear waste going through. I really probably should add insulated tiles here so that way we stop leaking. This is gonna get hot. There's really nothing I can do about that one. Definitely gonna be toasty. I'll replace that with gold so that way we can warm up the area and also cool the area safely. Liquid carbon dioxide just kind of hanging around. Never a good sign, in all honesty. Gonna be such a nightmare to clean up later once it all starts melting. There's just so much CO2 in here and other gases that will need to be all removed. Not technically safe to do so right now. Also gonna queue up 20 more food. And upgrade Flakor's bed. And spoons. I use granite for the decor, guys. Nope. Go all the way on up. Boom. There you go. And right, bed. I'll have nothing that can survive here besides possibly Tranquil Toe Seed. Really about it. Way too cold. Joyous Seeds can do it too. Yeah, Joyous can now survive here. Just barely. Pretty limited. New beds acquired. They really do stand out. They're quite nice. For duplicates who can't keep real plants alive. Yeah, it's not a good one. For sure. That's airlock. Night door. Door. Nope, we got our fleeing message. Go check up. Ginger Polo. No? Main base? Oh no, Kyo and Primo are both. 74. Oh. Yep, B attack. Definitely B attack. Okay. Kyo, that Kyo is targeted right now. Overload? I'm only sending 2. Yeah, I'm only sending 2 kilowatts across that, so overloading. I am thinking about switching out the entire base cooling for supercoolant though, so there is that. It is a hell of an expense. Mostly isn't in a logistical standpoint, really. Big problem is, where would we put the polluted water? Sure, my polluted water tank's full. Yes. And most of it just gets dumped into space at this point. In theory, I could probably just do... so much of it. Because I can drain the entire pipe through the system, inject it into space, and swap it all out with supercoolant over here. Only sweep only. So that's not currently set for sweep. Yeah, screw it. Let's switch the entire base over to supercoolant. I've been thinking about this for like 3 weeks now. It's time to do it. Okay, begins. Yeah, I've been thinking about doing this for a while now, and it's just like, yeah, we have the supercoolant. We have 22 tons of this stuff. We can handle it. The big downside, obviously, is I have to drain the entire loop. The loop is pretty big at this point. I just wish I didn't have to do this one, but toilets need their space. In theory, I could just connect this one to this, and go up one and go across. But then that would mess with the nuclear lines and the excess water systems, including the water cleaning. Hey, Samwraith. We're finally switching out all of our polluted water-based cooling with supercoolant. I don't know if you were here for a couple minutes ago when I was explaining that. I've been thinking about it for like 3 weeks now. And welcome back, by the way. Your dupe is doing perfectly fine. Where are you? So I'm pretty sure you are over on... Oh, right? Oh. We get a new unlock? We did! Rent. What do we get? Petal glitters. Neat. purple one that we got from before. Where is you? Hold on, maybe? No, Gene's out and about. I know that you're not part of the main core, so. There you are. Main bit right now. You're operating our steel, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Good job, dude. So far, 0 piloting, 4 construction, 10 excavation, machinery 20, athletics 24, science 11, cuisine 8, medicine 11, strength 18, creativity 8, agriculture 14, and husband. Doing a very good job. Very solid, dude. Does the drill cone need cargo? Yes, it does. Right now, my rocket is currently digging. Just finished. Yes, it did. Yeah, you need to have cargo space and the drill. As long as you've got that. Also remember to put 1 artifact collection. So, obviously, it would need the drill cone nose. A cargo bay. Just a basic one's fine. And artifact transport module. Those are the 3 main things. If you're doing a nuclear rocket, you'll have 1 solar panel, a battery, the artifact thing, the actual nuclear engine itself. So 1 solar panel, 1 battery module, drill cone, engine, actual thing, and the artifact. And that'll be it. Yeah, we got some rust. Working supplying with everything terrible, and a kitchen menace. Game, no, don't destroy Bubbles. She doesn't deserve it. That poor dupe. Oh man, ranching rocketry, plumbing, German phobia, stray-eyed interior plant murderer. Damn it. No good dupes. Right back at you go. Yeah, well. How's it over here? Fine. Have we gotten rid of all of our polluted water yet? Almost. We're on the last little bits. And waiting for it. There we go. Okay. Okay, now for the full cooling loop replacement. This do be the big one. Sweep. Maximum order. At this time. We're not set for any liquids. Good. Hold in. As much nuclear waste as we can over there. I'm assuming we're still leaking some. Or has... Oh, much better. We're up to 2,819 kilograms. The radiation looking like 500 already. Mmm. Delicious. Yeah, no, that's pretty good. That's a good start. Gene should be on his way back now. And let's double take and make sure we're sending our secret good. We are. Good. But yes, Sand, I'll show you the rocket setup once Gene gets back. I have him with my exploration rocket specifically, so he can explore and dig simultaneously. And if you're wondering about room setup, 1 washroom, 1 great hall, 2 docks just in case, but it's not really needed. Your dupe's never going to land on the planet with this setup. They're just going to stay in their suit the entire time. The only thing you got to worry about when this kind of setup is food. really about it. Score-wise, pretty good. Nothing's insanely special, but pretty solid. Piping, we are using our water that we are using for the toilet as our coolant. And for gases, there you go. Same kind of layout. And this rocket can be filtered. As you can see, we can eject gas if it becomes a problem. Yeah, it's pretty much just this setup, except for you have a drill cone and another thing. Use the planetoids to refuel your rockets to reach further planetoids. I Radbolt rocket to my first time that I'll be building another fuel source on the other planets. Any tips? Should I stick with Radbolts? So, the reason I stick to Radbolts is you build this. And the reason being is for Radbolt production specifically, once you get, like, 28,000 rads per cycle, or 170,700, nuclear waste in one single tile, you're looking at 400 rads per cycle. These things launch at 50. Same with these in most cases. So, once you start cascading your nuclear waste production using a nuclear reactor, you can just run rad rockets everywhere. Like that's the thing that'll eventually happen. You end up producing so much nuclear waste that you can just make nuclear waste silos, such as these little particle accelerators, and then you can just send nuclear waste to other planets. That's actually what we're doing now. As you can see, we're now shipping it out. It will damage the machinery because the way that the game times nuclear waste damage is per cycle, and sometimes you'll have a little bit of nuclear waste left in this, so it will take a little damage. Not that big of a deal, especially at this late game. But when it comes down to refueling, this is pretty much the exact same setup. Oh, it's easy. You just pipe it into a interplanetary launcher. Once it's in the actual system, your dupes can either retrieve it via a canister while removing it. Say, like right now we're currently filling this up and it's currently being shot across space. There's one with 200 kilograms worth of nuclear waste going through it right now. And that's currently heading over to Friedel. Once it gets here, it gets put into the payload opener, and we immediately ship it off over here. I have stopped all other liquids from being sent. If you are sending other liquids to the planet, what you do is you take the new part, the little tool filter, and you just separate it there. That way it doesn't accidentally get stuck in the system. Just make sure you're only sending nuclear waste. Once you stop sending nuclear waste, then you can switch over to sending other fluids, and they will just stay in the payload opener until you get the dupes to remove them, and they'll spawn out as canisters. If you're working with nuclear waste, the nuclear waste will slowly ooze its way out of the machinery, because that's how it's calculated to work. As you can see, we've got tiny amounts of it here. But it will cause some minor damage while it's in the machines every cycle, until it gets moved out of it. But if you're sending other fluids, such as like petroleum, if I was going to send petroleum, say from Buchanan, I'd come over here and change targets. I'd send it for Friedel, I would head over to Friedel, and then I would separate the pipe. That way it doesn't go anywhere. Nuclear waste should I be compressing to reach 400 rads per cycle? I want to be precise so that I will not waste time. Okay, when dealing with nuclear waste, you're looking at 400... We're already approaching 450. 400 was 140,000. Pretty much, I would say once you hit 50,000 nuclear waste, like 50,000 kilograms of nuclear waste, that's when you'll start seeing stuff ramping. That's when you're hitting like 250 rads per cycle, which is more than enough to refuel a rocket pretty much every other cycle. Because remember, you can put 4 of these dang things on it if you want. Technically 8, actually. You can put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I only normally run 4 because, well, this can get ridiculous. So, yeah, hypercompression is a thing. The only thing you need to remember, put petroleum, naphtha, or any other fluid that won't vaporize at 150 degrees. as you can see, I have naphtha here. You want to put the nuclear waste in first, and then put in 200 to 400 kilograms of another fluid, and then you're good to go. That's about it. Seeing I was actually producing nuclear waste without a nuclear reactor beforehand, because we were utilizing the Rex satellite to start with, I was able to put these down and build our particle accelerator first. But now that I'm producing plenty, then we can go for the rest. I have not finished the petrol boiler because I need to get more aluminum over. Let me go over to Ellen. It's also going to be a phosphorus evaporator. As you can see, we're running low on resources, at least for shipment purposes. I need to really move everything to main base and then ship it out from there. But yes, we're getting closer to getting it done. I just haven't finished it. I keep running out of steel and aluminum. It's like, ah! We'll get there eventually. We're just not there yet. Also, I'm pretty sure you should be going off shortly. Yep. Yeah, pretty much. The whole point of the petroleum boiler is excess water on this planet, or wherever the heck I need it, if I need any more petroleum for liquid locks for whatever reason, and mostly supercoolant. And then the main thing about this entire setup is actually getting phosphorus. Pure phosphorus is used in the lab, which is a new addition. Let me head over to AAA here. So if I want to overclock something, right. If I want to overclock, say, a gold volcanoes, you actually need true phosphorus, which is refined. Go on up here to this. So there's phosphorite, which you can take the phosphorite, put it on rails made out of steel, heat them up, turn them into liquid, and then once it's re-solidified by cooling it down, it turns into refined phosphorus. So it's pretty much the same exact methodology that you would use a petroleum with. So that'll be the big test for this one, because I'm setting this up as a petroleum boiler specific. Well, the petroleum boiler is over here, but the main setup over here will be for phosphorus, and then I'm gonna test to see how close we need to do it. Oh, they produce phosphorite to get phosphorus? Drecos. These are your best friend. Common lilies, chlorine, hydrogen. These guys excrete phosphorite. How much phosphorite? Yeah, we currently have 320 tons. Yeah, that's off the chart. It's literally off the fucking chart. Yeah, that's more than enough than I'll ever need. Yes, they do. That's what they excrete when they're eating. I think main base also has a stupid amount at this point. I know. Yeah, I keep using hotter dirt, so I'm going to pull this down a little bit more often. But yes, these guys also excrete it. The excretion's phosphorite, diet mealwood, bristle blossom, phosphorite, pinch of peppernut, balm lily, and mealwood. Yeah, just set up your Draco farms. You'll pretty much be rolling in it constantly. Obviously, I'm still trying to see where I'm going to end up cooling down my dirt. Because right now I'm just trying to in-mess get rid of this of it. It's not the fact of having the petroleum, it's that I'm just doubling both of them. I don't need the petroleum for this. I'm just using the system for the same system. Because the temperature is going to be the exact same ranges. So if you come in here, you'll notice that you get the phosphorus liquid. And then you can cool it back down. So if I'm just flash heating it and then lowering it back down, using just basic energy transfer, no biggie. I mean, the system is literally the exact same. So it's like, why not use it? Because the petroleum boiler is going to be running anyway, so I don't have to care. The amount of energy that is produced from this is so much overkill, it's even funny. Oh, that's easy. Conveyor rail steel right into temperature shift plates, and then immediately throw in supercoolant to cool down the system on this side, and then probably down here as well. If I actually turn it into a gas, like into a liquid first, and then flash it to gas, once I start freezing down the gas, it'll turn back into a liquid, and then it will freeze down here in this bottom left-hand corner into solid. So we're going to have solid material moving all along this way, probably vaporizing as it goes, and then turning to a liquid, because it'll be getting cooled down over here, fall down here, cooled down into a solid, and then extracted. So, heat source over here, cooling source over here, entry points. As it moves, it'll warm up, melt, well, technically vaporize, then melt into a liquid. Well, recondense into a liquid. Then immediately start being frozen into a solid, and then extracted. Pretty much the same methodology that you would have with the sour gas boiler. It's just that this thing has such such a wide range of temperatures that you can work with. So, and it's all really, really low. Like, I don't need to be like negative 700 or well, negative 271 degrees to do anything with this. I can just run this at like room temperature and it will do it. I've used a sour gas boiler before. We're not running one right now. I could technically run this into a sour gas boiler, but that would just be so much overkill. I thought about it before, but then I'm like, that's so much power by methane, it's not even funny. Because all you do is you set up a petroleum boiler, and then you boil the petroleum that's produced elsewhere, and then refreeze it down into methane, and then you can extract the frozen methane wherever the heck you please. And that's what a sour gas boiler is. So technically I could just take this into a sour gas boiler. But it's gonna be, that would be so much overkill. Sour gas boilers are so goddamn strong, it's not even funny. I mean, it's great engineering, and it's really fun to show off on stream, and it's way overpowered for 99.9% of base power requirements. But do I really need it in this playthrough? I don't know. At this point, no. In the future, who knows? Maybe. We always have the space. I mean, look at this thing. Goddamn space I have. Yeah, what it does is you boil this into sour gas. You then freeze it into methane, and then when methane melts, it turns into natural gas. That's the principal elements of a sour gas boiler. So, there you go for it. Where is it? You take petroleum, you turn it to sour gas. You then freeze it at negative 161.5 into methane, solid methane. Then you can transport it. So this becomes super easy to transport. It's frozen. It barely temperature transfers. It's great. Then, when you want to use it, you either warm it up into liquid methane, which you'll notice is 182 to 0.6, and then you can turn it straight into natural gas. And then, obviously, you take the natural gas and throw it into your natural gas generator, and you just power. Everything is power. It is a ridiculous amount of power, and liquid. Oh god, yeah, it's absolutely fucking disgusting. Is you're technically converting. So like, let me do this for you just to show this off how stupid this is. So this thing pumps out 246.7 grams per second. These things consume where was it? What's the consumption rate? I think it was like 25 and kilodBTUs. Pretty sure it was only like a couple like 10 grams per second or something stupid. It's not 10 grams, but it's a very tiny amount of consumption. And we're taking kilograms of petroleum and converting it into natural gas. So instead of grams per second, we're doing kilograms per second. Food and water, 67. Not much. Yeah, 90 grams per second of burn. So, 90 seconds of... really dumb. 90 grams per second to produce 800 watts. I come over to Talon, or not, Talon, and we are moving 10 kilograms of petroleum through a pipe. We're talking 90 grams per second versus 10 kilograms per second. That's if you're only using one pipe as a throughput. This thing gets dumb. You're running like 3 pipes through it. You're running literally 30 kilograms per second. You're talking about a rig for a sour gas boiler to just run the natural gas. All of this would be natural gas generators. And that's just to handle the excess. They get even bigger. That's why you can end up running like 10 thermal aqua tuners off the rest of it. Yeah, crude oil is infinite. Just it's a water consumption. Unless you've got leaky oil fissures. If you have leaky oil fissures, there's no input. It's just infinite. But yeah, crude oil is a ridiculous amount of material coming out for, yeah. You're getting 3.33 kilograms worth of oil per second. And you get multiple of them. The only cost it's doing for you is 1,000 grams worth of water. That's it. Which you would end up producing from these things anyway. Because sour gas boilers are insane. They're great, they're wonderful, they're giant industrial complex-like tasks, and they're fantastic to build. But they are so much overkill, it's not even funny. Like, I need power! Not that much power, but I need power. It's just... That's what sour gas boilers do. They are absurd. I love them. I love them to death, but they are absolutely absurd and way overkill. But they are really good. Especially if you want to do, like, if you want to transfer power around the place, you can definitely do that. Oh, I know, the beta just, well, technically the beta just went live. We just got the new stuff. There's new cots, there's new outfits, there is, also, I'm pretty sure the new research stuff should be in. Maybe, or is it buried in my stuff? Where did they put the firework launcher? Oh, there it is. Yeah, meteor blaster. Rocketry? Yep. I also love the new diagram, by the way. As you can see where it's actually going to protect. It's a new skin. There's actually a bunch of new ones, but this new overlay is fantastic. I love this. I tried it out on the beta branch off stream, obviously, because I was doing it in the lab test room that I have. Yeah. I want everything that's space related or radar related to just show me that. Like, give me the indicator of where my buildings have coverage. Please. I'm pretty sure the space sensors are still not showing it up. Or are you? Okay, you're not sending anything. Nope. Nope. I hate the fact that this is the only one that does it. Sending out a signal? Nope. Space scanner. Yep. I still haven't adjusted the space scanner for it. I believe so if you're running the story quirk for it. I've not tried the story quirk through a playthrough. As I said before, now that the update is already out live, when I start a new playthrough, we will be going through with everything. And yes, I do like the new cots. Also, they did add... Where is it? Over here. I'll show you some of the new stuff. So, they added these new t-shirts. They also added the safety-like jacket. The bubble wrap jacket. They added these new gloves. I think that's the only one new. Yeah, the only new one. They also added short pants. So these ones. Footwear, they added socks. All that's there. Discard changes. And then they added new overjoyed responses for the balloon artists. Which they added the glossy Draco, the Paku, patches, puffs, yeah, the pinch rows, bowls. The one I really want to get now is the freaking Pip. It's too cute. Cly, what the fuck? That is way too adorable. Spice good for spoilage, negating the spoilage. Spices are really in a weird space right now. But yes, I got the glossy Draco, so everyone that could have one has it currently equipped. So hopefully whenever Proto gets an enjoyment moment, it'll be fine. Spice-wise, they're still not really there yet. Mainly because they don't really do that much. So, I mean, I have infinite salt and technically infinite mealwood seeds, so I could use the freshener spice. But there's really no point when I'm running a fridge already. Also, Crazy, you just got your shit kicked in. What happened? I come back and I see Crazy is severely injured, and I have no idea why. I'm going to assume quantum bees, but just in case... Crazy, you are not allowed to go anywhere near the bees right now. I'm pretty sure you got the RNG number of death. But yeah, spices are in a weird space right now. Because in theory, they could be a really cool idea, and their bonuses are pretty good, but the spoilage situation doesn't matter when you're doing a CO2 freezer. Like, yeah, it doesn't make any sense. At least as of current, anyway. I also need to do one more plumbing thing. Oops. Need to remove 3, if I remember right. But yeah, we have finally switched the entire base over to this. Very good news. Bridge, but right. Does it stack with the refrigerator at spice spoilage? I believe it does. Wait, the Hermit? Oh, no, no, no. Dude, we've been doing this playthrough since, you know, October 2021. The Rad New Worlds update, October 28th, 2021. That's when we started this playthrough. You can't retroactively turn on any, story beats. But yeah, when we do a new playthrough, we'll be running with everything. So we will have the Hermit, we'll have pretty much everything. I'll probably also be running Apocalypse mode for Meteorite, because I want to see how that actually plays out, and what I have to do differently for space survival for space specifically. Also, how much resources we actually get out of that. Yes, I have no hermits here. I have teleporters and a bunch of the other stuff, but yeah, no hermits. No creature, mutator, none of that stuff yet. No dream machine, etc., etc. We're still cleaning out this mess. What's all these doing? Fine. Good. How's Friddle doing? That's all good. Buildings before I do that. Always floating about. Okay, there we go. I also need to deconstruct these. Refrigerator freshener spice, how many percent does the refrigerator spice? If I remember right, the spice only gives you like 5% reduction. And it does stack, but it doesn't really help, which is why very few people even use it. The game doesn't actually tell you the number, but if I remember correctly, it was 5%. So as long as the spice is applied to the food, it will never expire if it's in a refrigerator. But it has to be manually applied by the dupes every time, which really sucks. Like, in all honesty. I think the only one that was kind of interesting was the Mechanist spice and the Rocketeer spice. Those were the two. These just if you give the boost to your pilot, then they'll automatically be just better. And then obviously for this one would be for anyone who's your primary builder, mechatronics engineer. But the spoilage one just really didn't seem to do much, in all honesty. At least in testing. So I really wouldn't recommend going for, like, actually building the space machines. I mostly did it just so that way I could force the room to be a kitchen. Yeah, that's what I mean. It gives you a 5% if I remember correctly, so certain meals will just never expire. But again, the problem is the dupes have to apply it to every meal. I mean, if I decided to actually try using spice, I have 10 million kilocalories. It would take them, like, probably 100 cycles to just spice everything. It would take them forever. I hate that fact, but yeah. The only reason you would want to use it is for spaceflight, really. Because I could spice these ones and that would be about it. Because that would make it so it would never expire on its way, so my dupe could technically, theoretically stay out there as long as he has food. So if I filled an entire refrigerator, that gives the dupe, what, 230 cycles, I think, if I remember right, worth of meal. That would be about it. So they could stay outside in space in a rocket for 200 cycles, roughly. Because it's just one dupe. Oh. Okay, it's giving a boost. Hey, there we go. Oh, God. Well, he got a speed rocket boost right at the end, and it literally yeeted him into the freaking planet. Nice. Good job, Bucket. Well, the spoilage mechanic's been in the game for fucking years. It's just that it doesn't really mean anything. You deep freeze it and you're done. All it did was make it so we had to re-engineer your fridges. I mean, for me, this is how I've always built my fridges. So I've never, ever had to change this methodology. It's just a lot of other people were just throwing their food into vacuums and just not thinking about cooling it down. So the spoilage system itself really just never made that much sense to me when it came down to like long-term like objectives. Because again, I've been building my fridges like this ever since I learned that you could cool CO2. Which was like my first ever base in 2017. Once I learned how cooling and heating worked in this game and the thermal dynamics of Oxygen Not Included, building a basic freezing fridge by just using a basic metal weight plate or just any metal plate in general for temperature transfer purposes, it made making a fridge easy as hell. Then people figured out you could make a vacuum by just, you know, vacuuming out the room and then leaving the food in there, and the food would just never spoil because it was in the vacuum. But I always thought that was stupid because I was just like, I mean, it would still technically spoil because the food itself would go bad. You would need to deep freeze it so there's no micro like degradation whatsoever, so I always just CO2 froze it or chlorine froze it. Normally I would use chlorine only if I was dealing with really polluted food, or water for that matter. But nowadays we have radiation to do that, so I can just use CO2 and not care. But when it comes down to the spices, they recently added the spice stuff just actually a couple months ago. But I haven't really seen a purpose for it, mostly because most of my rocket flights aren't going to last that long to really need that. If I was going to build a space, like I am going to build a space station specifically for the Rift. But for everything else, it just doesn't make that much sense. For ethanol distillers, I have lots of acorn trees, wild tree farms, the dirt, maintain my sage hatches and poke shells. Yeah, that makes sense. I just run my guys on basic dirt. But I'm dry feeding them with 1 kilogram. And the timer that we have set up is a 4-second on for the auto sweepers to do their entire job, and 15 seconds off, which keeps all of my sages alive. Yeah, I've been dry keeping them for a very, very long time. At this point, I'm actually just converting the polluted dirt into dirt, so that way we can use it later. Because I noticed we were getting an en masse amount of just polluted dirt, like way too much. I think I've moved most of it down here already. All finally out. I love sage hatches. Yeah, the 1-to-1 is so nice now. Especially, I should say, the 1-to-1 was always nice in principle, but there was no point for it because it was way too much dirt. And the thing is the only reason that you would want to do a 1-to-1 was for diamonds if they ever added a compressor. Well, congratulations, with the update, with the way back, when they added the DLC, the diamond press came into play. It means refined carbon became extremely important to make. And it's like, thank goodness these things exist now. Because before they really didn't have that much of a purpose, and now they really, really, really do. I barely used coal. Like, it would normally get me for a little while in some bases. Normally I'd just burn it off to get rid of it. Or I would use coal for the hydrogen rocket exhaust. Because if you, say you wanted to, I don't know, make a shielding here. And I was to not be using radioactive rockets and I use hydrogen instead. What you do is, take a basic tile. Do it like that. You then take storage containers. Set all of these on the top of this. You then fill these with, what is it, 100 kilograms of coal. When you remove all of them and leave the coal on top of the tiles, when the hydrogen rocket fires, it will instantaneously turn all of the coal into refined carbon natural tiles. And refined carbon natural tiles are fucking nigh indestructible. And they're great. Yes, let me get a, also we still can't make bitumen. Yes, refined carbon. It can survive 4,326.9 degree temperatures. The only material that you can make a natural tile out of to protect yourself against a hydrogen rocket. Because hydrogen rockets, I believe, burn at 3,300. And nothing survives that except refined coal. Literally. So, if I was to switch everything on up, I would have to convert this entire stretch here into refined carbon, specifically. But yeah, that's one of the few things where it's just like, that is the only thing that can survive that. But yeah, coal is great for that very specific purpose. Or say if you were going to be melting niobium. Or insulation for that matter. If you're doing either niobium or insulation melting, you need refined coal. Because nothing else can survive those temperatures. Nothing. Rocket and ranching. You were here earlier, Ellie. I would have taken you. No coal, God, no. Tryphobia. Rocket, can't dig. Screw it. We'll not take that one. The insulated tile can survive for about 1,400 cycles before it melts. Because that's actually the principality design of running insulation itself. Is it will eventually hit this point. If you've been doing rockets for a very long time, it will overheat it. And then it turns into tungsten. Which is what I mean when I say that if you're back in the day, when tungsten volcanoes were just a pipe dream for most of us, the only way to get more tungsten was to convert insulation, which is isoresin, abyssalite, and reed fibers, into tungsten. Hydrogen rockets are insane. Hydrogen rockets are technically the hottest thing you can do without technically glitching the game by default. Like, they're the only things that come even close to actually melting genetic ooze, aka melting a duplicate right where they stand. If I remember correctly, their main output at the endpoint is 3,300. It's enough to instantaneously flash coal without even thinking about it. And like the second the rocket exhaust starts, it just goes poof. Because the sheer amount of heat just overrides the thermal conductivity, and it's just boom, done. Yeah, you build refined you build refined carbon tiles out of 100 kilograms worth of coal, and you melt it using the exhaust of the rockets instantaneously. Like, there is no delay once you hit that button. The second you hit launch, all of the tiles underneath it will just instantly flash to natural tiles, because it's just that hot. Like, yes, I'm making close to diamond by instantly vaporizing all of the material underneath me. It's really ridiculous. But yeah, hydrogen rockets are just, they're dumb. They're great, but they're goddamn dumb. Way too powerful, way too much output. Normally what you want to do is you put the carbon on top of insulated tiles, and that way you won't melt a hole through your entire base. It's like the only way to deal with it. But if I left this alone and I was using hydrogen rockets, I'd just blow a hole right here instantly. A Radbolt is not... Well, technically a Radbolt can do it, but it won't do it in one launch. It'll take two. Radbolts generate 2,200 centigrade worth of actual exhaust, but it won't actually overheat the material. Like down here, you can see that this is the exact cap of the nuclear fallout, 2,366.4. It won't go over that temperature. It takes about 2 launches normally if you're trying to make natural coal at the exact exhaust point of rockets. If you're using a Radbolt engine anyway. Or if you're using hydrogen, it'll instantly do it. Because it just overrides the whole fucking system. It just goes kapoof. Also, let me prepare everything for the next launch here. Make sure those are all set for picking up. The rocket exhaust is from here, which is the exact point for the rocket thing. 9 tiles. So a rocket exhaust goes out 3 by 9 from the engine point, and then it also has, where is it? A 5 by 6. So anything within 5 by 6, and then the 3 by 9 all the way down to the bottom here. If there's anything within this range, it's going to get it literally hit with 2,200, centigrade nuclear fallout. For better or for worse. You can actually see the exhaust ranges here. The problem is the nuclear fallout also spreads out because it's a gas. Hydrogen it just burns off. The exhaust it gives off is steam. So technically it will do the same thing, but it's not to the same degree of spread out. Nuclear fallout just likes to float around even in space for some reason a lot longer than hydrogen rocket steam. But yeah. Let's see, that's 900 degrees right now. That's 2,200 because of the spread out. And the steam rocket doesn't even come close. Like, this was the original exploration rocket for the early stages, and it's just not even close. We're dealing with 2,200 degree material everywhere. But yeah, rocket exhaust in both the base version and the DLC version is the old 5 by 6 and 3 by 9. So as long as you've got nothing within this space, you're fine. If you're dealing with a hydrogen rocket, you can totally shield your base. I still wouldn't trust it because my steam will probably end up melting a hole through my insulated tiles here. And then also, if you're working with hydrogen, you really can't put anything behind it. Like, you can't... There's no material in the game that you could make the drywall out of that would survive the temperatures. At 2,700 degrees, we're talking about 3,300. So obsidian wouldn't last. Ceramic wouldn't last. Yeah. I still remember when they first added hydrogen rockets back into ONI, and the very first thing that happened, and by the way, this was hilarious. The very first thing that happened was that the hydrogen literally melted the entire rocket that I had while I was launching it. Oh, you want to copy the hydrogen producer? Oh, that's easy. Let me hit on down here. So I am running a supercoolant loop through here, negative 45 degrees-ish. And the polluted water is coming from a cool slush geyser. Yep, negative 45. This one isn't cooled, it's just stored. But yes, you can totally naturally plant this if you want using pips, and then fill in the extra gaps using hydroponic farms. And this thing just, it outproduces too much gas, in all honesty. It still can't get rid of it all. We're up to 900 kilograms. That's dumb. And these things are still carrying some, 26 kilograms of hydrogen in there. But yeah, I can't get rid of it fast enough. Oh, the aqua tuner specifically? Oh, the aqua tuner is actually cooling down multiple areas. Ugh. Negative 45. 200 degrees. Made out of steel. As I said, above, negative 45. Below 200 degrees. No problem. And by the way, it's all supercoolant, and I am freezing multiple areas. But again, it's just aqua tuners are dumb and supercoolant is overpowered as all hell. So I'd say in theory you wouldn't really need to go any cooler than that. Like, I could totally dip that down to like -200, but it wouldn't matter. There's no point to do so. Ethanol would work. You wouldn't want to cool down as much stuff as I'm doing with it, though. Like, as you can see, I'm cooling down the radioactive plant chamber, I'm cooling down my betas, and I'm cooling down the beta Venus flytrap chamber. Also, one beta hive can handle all of this. Technically, I could probably put 2 more Critter and Saturn traps in here, and that would still handle one beta hive's output of bees. Also, I am using an auto sweeper to pick up everything, so yeah. Oh, this is main base. We're on Radioactive Ocean, so betas come with the main base. All of this area was uranium and bees. Like, everything. And then down here, obviously, was molten hell. Which took me a while to clean out, but yeah. And also the way that you, if you want to make a beta hive in general, all you need to do is... How will I transport the betas? If they are not on your main base and you've got... Well, I should say this. Wherever your uranium is, whatever planet that you spawn with that has uranium, or if you end up getting an asteroid that has uranium in it, like an asteroid field to get it, wherever the bees are, there's going to be uranium there. Let the bees mine everything themselves. Bees mine uranium automatically at a 95% efficiency rate. When you make your dupes do it, you will end up reducing the mass of the uranium by 50%. The bees also are centrifuges. You do not need to make a centrifuge if you're running beta hives. Also, if you allow the bees to completely clean out all of your uranium for you, then you can take the enriched uranium and send it wherever the hell you please. Wherever the bees spawn, you really want to keep them there, because there's no point in really doing anything other than that unless you're doing this setup here. And the only way that you can work with a beta to do this setup outside of, say, a uranium planet specifically, is that you would need to build a rocket that would be able to house a bee tiny and get back to base, or build a beehive in the rocket. Which is possible, it's just you need to make sure you chill the rocket down first. So for reference, you would probably want to make a liquid cooling loop in your rocket for the bee, and then build a hive in the rocket. If I can do a quick setup. Let me make sure everything's okay over here first before I do this. The dupes are slowly working through everything. And they're getting there. How about you? 4,000 already. Okay. I just want to make sure that that's all good to go. And we're not having too much liquid water from all the ice going everywhere. There is a lot of it. It's becoming a problem. I don't know why there's petroleum there unless this is doesn't pop. Your bees are on a are through the teleporter. Gotcha. Also, I'm totally going to do that and disable that one. Oh. I need to vent all this polluted oxygen here. But, seeing I do have a rocket over here that's going to become the space station rocket eventually, using this tungsten volcano, let me put something together here for you real quick. See, we've already got that. That's technically enough space to put the beta in. If I remember correctly. Yeah. Probably give it an extra tile just in case. Let's see. Rocket control station. Right there in the corner. Ladders there for the bathroom. Wall toilet for the dupes. Let's see here. I need medical, hand sanitizer. Clear that. Gas output. We'll have to freeze this entire room. I should mention this immediately. So you probably want to run... Can't really... We can't store water effectively in this base. Like inside the rocket. So if we're really going to do this... Saturn setup used in the other game. I really didn't push for the Saturn setup until much later. When I was like, I should probably try out and see how much hydrogen they make. Because they were very buggy originally. And then when we eventually got to the point where I was like, okay, well, we got it set up. And then this ended up producing a stupid amount of hydrogen that absolutely overwhelmed everything. But yeah, I was really just kind of like testing the system because when the Saturn critter traps were first added in, the betas would actually attack the Saturn critter traps if they reached adulthood, which made them almost non-feasible. But they fixed that apparently a long time ago, which was nice. But for right now, my hydrogen is just being burned off in generators. And that's all on the main spine. I almost hate to say this. It's probably a good idea. And yes, for perspective, here's their hydrogen being burned off for all the generators. They're just here for excess. I'm literally just using these to burn the hydrogen off. I'm not actually using it for anything other than a little bit of cooling up here to maintain average temperatures until I want to add an actual cooling loop to this room, and to just burn off the hydrogen because there's just so much. It just produces so much hydrogen I can't get rid of it. And I was like, we were hitting I think like 4,000 kilograms per tile at one point, and I was like, oh fuck, oh shit. If I had released this, like, we already had an accidental break. This liquid lock ended up breaking on me, and then that's why we have all this hydrogen out here. Is because this literally just exploded at one point. It overloaded the entire thing when I saved and loaded the game, and yeah, it literally exploded. But yeah, it produces way too much hydrogen. So if you ever need hydrogen, this is the way to go. Like, just by far. But for setting up a rocket specifically for this, I would almost say add a bathroom as a just in case. You're probably never going to use it. The thing that you would need to do about this rocket, I almost hate to say this, you need to use, once you have a beta hive inside the rocket, the only thing that you should be attached to this rocket, besides obviously like a battery, a solar panel, a nose cone, and where is it? There's the trailblazer. That is. What you're gonna do, and this is really dumb, but this is probably the safest way to transport betas once you have the temperatures. You're not gonna allow the dupes to be inside the rocket. Yeah, you'll use an aqua tuner, and what you'll do is you'll use a liquid pipe. I don't really have that much material, so I gotta use a little bit awkwardly. Nope. You will cool down ethanol and then layer a pipe, normal type, not radiant, just a normal one, and you will fill this entire thing with probably negative 40 to 45 ethanol. The reason being is, bring this construction values down. This will be your cooling loop for the beta hive. I'm just going to get rid of the bathroom because it's like, the way that we're going to do this is going to be stupid. No, just do normal. You don't need radiant. The reason being is, once the temperature in here is set down at about, like, negative 40, you don't need to care anymore. All you need is a rocket control station, the rocket itself outside, and a Trailblazer module. What you will end up doing is that you will take this rocket, you will target orbit, and it will literally just be targeting the orbiting ratio of your planet. And once your rocket takes off and your dupe is inside, you will then use the Trailblazer module and land back on the planet. You will then use the autopilot system inside the spacefaring module to fly the rocket to where you want your betas. That is probably the most efficient way I can think of fully utilizing the betas inside of a rocket. Because technically what you're doing is you're having the dupe abandon ship so they don't have to actually fly the vessel. They'll take the Trailblazer module back down to the planet, and then the autopilot will then allow you to immediately redesignate your next target. So once they're in orbit, you can collect the rocket from your orbital thing and then pick whichever planet you want to send it to. This is actually how you do the rocket relay stations. So if you ever wanted to use this thing, the automated broadcaster specifically, you want to build space stations. And the thing is you'll never have a dupe on them. Because what you do is you launch the rocket with the Trailblazer module equipped. You then put them in orbit, drop the dupe back off at base, and then move the rocket wherever you want using autopilot, and just make sure that you can eventually land the rocket back down at base. And as long as it has a relay station inside that's all nice and set on up, so that way you can send relay information back to a base, you can then transfer information, like an actual automation signal, from like Flippallen to a relay station here, to another relay station sitting in orbit, and then over to Ikellen. And then that could be used to send items back and forth between them automatically. So eventually you will probably have a small network of rockets. Like, I would probably want to put a relay station here, so that way I could send signals to Flippallen, Tripola, Butallen, and main base. And then I can actually interlink that using the automation receiver back here at base. But yes, both of them can be done that's pretty much how you do that. So you would just do the same technique that you would do for the broadcaster and receivers, and you would just set them on up so that way you would just send the bees instead. So instead of just sending a rocket with signals, you're sending a rocket filled with a beta hive, and then you're doing the rest of it. Also, I make sure I set that again. Rocket's already almost full. But that would be my recommendation when taking the bees, so that way you don't need to worry about cooling this rocket down any further than you already have. And you also don't have to worry about the safety of your dupe, because again, your dupe's going to be, if you actually design the rocket to be survivable for the dupe, and they can go to the bathroom, meaning that they have a supply of water that isn't frozen to high hell, that's going to be really tight. You're better off just sending a drone rocket, so to speak, specifically. That would be my recommendation. I have no idea. That's the one thing I did not test out in the lab world, because I loaded up my old lab world and just did a bunch of testing using debug. I need to actually do a playthrough with it. I would assume that that's what it's supposed to do, but I have no idea. As I said, we will be doing, once we finish this playthrough completely with it's a full achievement run. When we finish this, we will be doing Apocalypse mode. I am very certain. Well, technically, quote-unquote, Doomsday is what they put it as. But I have no idea if meteor showers are on all of them. Kind of hope it is, but I have no idea. Because, in all honesty, I really like the meteor shower mechanic. The fact that it's only on the Regolith planet still bothers me. But yes. Hey, Bucket! Bucket, welcome back. Things are going well. 17 months, my dude. Oh! Maybe. Cyberspace, thank you. Hello, rating team. How goes it? And yes, Bucket, thank you very much. Like, seriously, man. Going pretty good. Let me go see if I can find your dude. Also, we have a new blueprint, so I want to see what we got. They added these. This is the new thing, so let's see what we end up getting. Hey, we got the lab flask. Yes. Hooray. For best results, do not fill with liquid. The first game. Oh, you've been playing for 10 hours? That is perfectly fine, Saber. Yes, I have no complaints if you end up just raiding and running. That's perfectly fine. Sure. Yes, the base has been going good. Maybe, where is your dupe, actually? I just took these skills here. Where did I put you? Ah, yes, you're on Fabon. Oh, god dang it. Bug it with the gift subs. 5 of them. Holy shit. Hey, Okami got one, and Hordes, and Infaust, and Robo. What? How did that happen? Also, Quizar got it too. Nice. But seriously, Bucket, thank you, dude. You don't need to do that, but thank you. Oh man, that's not going to stop for a while. Seriously, Bucket, thank you, man. Your dupe's been doing good too. I will say that. Let me go get Sabi here real quick, and then we'll go look at yours. There we go. Yes. Follow cam. Currently, Sabi, you are on Construction 1, Excavation 0, Piloting 0, Machinery 17, Athletics 24, Science Cuisine are 0, Medicine 0, Strength 2, Creativity 3, and Husbandry is at 18. I actually think you're one of my highest ranching dupes. I need to double check that. 12. 0 because you're my other one. Agriculture is 20. Yeah, I think you're actually one of my highest dupes. Nice. Finish that one off. Probably should turn this off. There's leaking super coolant everywhere. Reconnect this before I get interrupted again. And then wait a little bit. Okay, let's see. Where's Bucket? Bucket, where are you? God dang it, game quit reorganizing my dude, so I'm trying to get the Bucket. Almost had him. Oh, that's Lex. I'm just gonna pause for a second. Let's find you, Bucket. There. Okay. Currently, you are... yeah, 16 athletics, 28 science. I'm pretty sure you're capped. Yeah, you are. One of my best researchers, period, for the entire playthrough so far. Absurd. 10 excavation, 20 machinery, 16 athletics, 28 science, 1 cuisine, 2 medicine, 9 strength, -3 husbandry still. But yes, you hit a 1,120% research speed. So yeah, your dupe is absolutely cracked when it comes down to learning anything. If I put them on cuisine, they could probably hit cap now. I'm thinking about it. Their skill learning speed is 280%. That is ridiculous. Like, that's actually absurd. Alright. I do need to send more super coolant over to the other base as well. I've been paying attention to that instead of getting distracted here. But I do need to get super coolant over here. Specifically to fill this giant system, because this actually needs to snake all the way back and forth, all the way down here. We're definitely going to end up filling that one out, for sure. The bigger issue with that is, I need to separate you, and I need to separate you. I'm so happy for this tool. Dupes, please grab the igneous rock. CPU and RAM? Right now I'm running, pretty sure it was 32 gigabytes of DDR5. And CPU wise, let me go get it. Let's see. Intel Core i7-8700K. I know, ONI needs a shitload of RAM. Like, ONI destroys your RAM. It really does. Okay, let me reconnect that. 16 gigabytes should be enough. Technically speaking, right now, with OBS running, ONI is currently taking... Check my memory here real quick. Performance. ONI is currently taking 13.4 gigabytes worth of RAM on its own. I know, that's what I mean. So by process of elimination, yeah, ONI takes 13.2 gigabytes worth of RAM from me right now. And I'm at 32. So 16 is just barely enough. You have a very tiny leeway of space there. At least when it comes to big bases. But it should be able to handle it. Okay, all of my other stuff is disconnected. I just need my dupes to finish this off. And let me get this teleporter plugged in. I'm just going to drain the whole system here. Okay, they're all working on that. No problems. Cleaned out all of the construction orders there. Oops. Let's get this done, shall we? Screw it. I'm speeding up the process. Taking their sweet time on that one. How is there a buried object in there? I cleaned that one out. My exit's unplayable, glad to buy. Yes. No, yeah, 4 gigabytes is not going to cut it for ONI under any circumstance. 16 should be okay. As long as you're not streaming it, it should be fine. If you were deciding to stream ONI, I would be very concerned about that. Like 24 at minimum. 32 is to be safe. Because OBS is going to take like 9 to 8. Yeah, ONI itself at this point is quite intensive. i5, okay. 12 gen CPU. That should be able to handle it. Okay, loops are working hard there. That Spoon, where are you? Spoon's going and gathering more materials, it looks like. Yeah, that all works. Kellen's still good. Yep. I'm glad most of my bases, though, I designed them pretty good. Yeah, mine's an 8th. It's the i7-8700K. Now, come on, Dips, get it done. I need the super coolant. I need the super coolant, come on. Send me the super coolant, guys. So I really need to remove this liquid bridge. I was messing with pipe priority. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're all reachable. Come on, guys. We have over 1 million igneous rock in there. And that's only the stuff we can reach. That's not including all of the excess material that's floating about. Come on, dupes. I believe in you. There we go. Okay, there it goes. And also, specifically... Dang, our thing is definitely overflooded, but all of this needs to go through the system anyway. I don't care. Get over here. Yeah. ONI really only runs on one processor anyway. But yes, no, it's perfectly fine. I've not had any issues. ONI is literally mostly one-core CPU intensive and memory intensive, RAM specific. If you're not running DDR5, you're going to have a problem. I can pretty much handle Dwarf Fortress on up to like 260 dwarves for rough runs. After that, that's when we start saying FPS death. So if that puts that in any perspective, I hope that helps. Yes, I've run Grey Goose scenarios. The Curse of Blueprints will last me... Oh, I think I had the game running for 340 hours before it killed itself. Roughly. It was hitting way above Megabase status, and then it just died because it ran out of memory. If you've ever done a Factorio Grey Goose scenario, it's hilarious, but on the other hand, it's also fucking terrifying watching your base automatically expand. Until, you know, the FPS starts to die, your UPS starts to die, and then the game just will die. Because it can't continue. Your robots are demanding more RAM, but you can't give it because there's just not enough space. There we go. Feel bad forcing Robo over here to do this, but I'm okay with it. Gotta get the pump going and we can get all of our power transformers unflooded. And I can start sending more super coolant vector again. Let's see. Ranching 10, building impaired green thumb. Anemic. Alright, Gosman. Got destroyed in stick. Cloud Sleeper as well. Marie, you also kind of got screwed over. Ranching 10, though, is pretty good. Not what I'm looking for. Again, I need a mechatronics cook. The game is not giving me operating and cooking. That's what I'm looking for. I have air good to keep rolling for a little bit longer. Okay, nice melt. Ah, good. Did finish it. Good job, dupes. Okay, I need that. Then we need to do you and you. Clean it. Okay, all of that should now be connected. And then I need to do this. This. And then we take a basic liquid pipe and we connect it to here. And then I can start sending super coolant into this pipe, and we should be good to go. Yeah, that should be all good to go for that. Still adding more nuclear waste into the system. We're getting a lot of waste. I will admit this. We are leaking quite a bit. That's okay. It ain't great, but it does work. Now, this should all be about Yeah, this one needs to be set in at around 28 degrees. And this one needs to be as cold as humanly possible. The base temperatures are going to be around 30 degrees in here. Specifically for the nuclear waste. Because it will re-solidify into a solid at 24.9. So 2 degrees below this freezing point. That's how I have to be careful with that one. Oops, can you please re-enable that so we can flood our other pipe? Also, pop that up. Game base. No, it's progressing. Feel bad for Robo here. Actually, they're doing okay. I need to send so much supercoolant. I hate this fact. It's so much fluids. It really is. I'm still not there yet. We might be, I think we're getting close, but we're not quite there. Worst part is this is all going to get warm for a little while. Could probably actually disable the cooling in here for a little bit. Actually, no. I think what I'm going to do is reconnect this, separate this once we've got the entire pipe filled. And we'll start doing the rest of the deconstruction here. I need my dupes to come in here and start removing the rest of this. So much stuff that needs to be done here. So much. I could probably actually put a tank down and fill up the rest with super coolant so that way we can have a small buffer range. That's probably a good idea as well to do. This, I just need it to set for construction. All. Yeah, it should be fine. How many tanks can I put down? Nope. Not there. Not there. There we go. All this is gonna get warm for a bit. There's nothing I can do about that yet. Sorry, sleep wheat. Give me a little toasty just for a bit. I have so much sleep wheat. I have so much super coolant that must go across this line. So 300 more kilograms worth of stuff that needs to go over. Because this entire area is going to be a sleep wheat farm, so the whole thing must be processed. I really don't like that fact. There's everything else. Brave Apollo, that's all cleaned. Okay, we're still sending more nuclear mass. Good. I'll flip that over in a second. There we go. I also need to clean up all of the polluted oxygen. The other pain in the butt. I don't want to use aluminum for this. Any power systems over here yet? No. Ah, shit. Well, that's not good. Yeah, that's not gonna cut it. Really not going to cut it. Okay. Should be perfectly reasonable to get around on that one. Okay. There's as much super coolant as I actually need here. I should be bottled up and taken care of that. Let's remove most of this. Don't need it anymore. Nice. Hilarious to me. Let's see. Food-wise. Sure, Proto needs to cook some stuff. 0. There you go, Proto. New orders. Anybody here delete this? Don't remember if they can. Does any of you guys have demolition? Oh, yeah, you do. Okay, Yuki's got it. Thank you, Yuki. There we go. That is reachable. Okay, mildly concerned. Vern, I'm gonna actually bring you down here for a second. Come, bud. Through the door. Nope. I guess I want this one instead. It does this to me. Nothing I can do about it, though. How is the There's still ice in here. Up converted though. To work with. Quite a bit, to be honest. Reset all of the construction tasks. Now they're just not allowed by schedule. Okay. As long as it says the other thing, I'm okay with it. Like, oh, it's unreachable. How? That game. How was that sand? I do feel a little bad for my dudes, but they're finally getting some workout because they've been just kind of coasting along, waiting on this to finish after they all got burned a lot. Because, well, it's been hot in here. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, 4090 RTX. Oh my god, yeah. Lower the temperature in here. I am going to separate those two for the time being. Since the entire system goes through the paces. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. One of these tanks filled, worse than anything else. That's so much super coolant that must be used. The worst part is I don't think this is enough. I really don't know if this is going to be enough super coolant, and this is a shitload of it. And it's just, I don't think this is actually enough to actually cover the entire area. I don't know. It's gonna be close. It might be just barely over, or it'll be barely under. A lot. It's a stupid amount of super coolant. I'm gonna mop up the rest of this so we can get the system running. I still feel like I might need more, and I'm like, I hate this fact about super coolant. I love this material. This and Visco Gel are my two favorite things in this game. When it comes to weird, quirky stuff. Yeah, I know it can. That's why I said it's like, yeah, dude, it's a fucking 4090. And that's not even a TI edition. The main reason I always stick with the TI editions are normally the ones that will always end up lasting longer than standard because they're the hand-picked out chipsets in most cases. Every case. Because they'll always run a batch of chipsets when they're running an actual GPU testing. And then the other one is, God damn it, Bucket. I was going to say is that the TI versions are normally the ones where they actually pick out that are either more durable, longer lasting, or more, well, just more efficient. Because 1 micrometer of difference between a different chip during processing results in either a TI version or a standard. And again, Bucket, thank you for the gift, man. Seriously. Especially the sand wraith. Nice stuff. Yes, I'm gonna let that super coolant go through the system. And I think we'll send more. Don't know if this will be enough, and that's the crazy part here. I don't know. 1,440 kilograms. It might be enough. Maybe. Also, dupes, jump. Dupes build. I am, Bucket. And thank you. Thank you very much. Hopefully Sand will enjoy the emotes. And everybody as well. Yes, dupes. You left 1,000-degree material. Sorry, 500-degree material in building, but didn't finish it. This is your own fault, man. Come on. All 5 of you, get over here and do this. Quickly. You're currently cooking off the entire freezing zone. Hurry it up. Okay, good. Once the material is actually crafted into something, then the temperature normalizes. But before that, it's like, oh yeah, we just took stuff straight out of the magma biome and threw it down there. What could possibly go wrong? Why is everything on fire? Hey, dupes! Panic! What are you doing? Okay, let's send over the rest of the super coolant. And then I'll go from there. That was very much a dibs. No! What are you doing? Because if they did it up here, all of these fleet we would have probably popped off and just turned into regular plant seeds. I would have been very pissed. But yes, I need to send the rest of the super coolant through, and I also need to reattach that one blob. There we go. Do I like dumplings? Yes. I dipped in soy sauce. I think I've had that before. It wasn't bad. If I'm remembering correctly. But dumplings, yes. Alright, here comes the last of the super coolant. I'm literally just going to reattach the piping here and then let the whole system cool down and then recycle everything through. That's why I said that I don't know if this will be enough. Chili oils. Never had that. That sounds nice though. God damn it, Sand. You're making me hungry. Realization. Wait a minute. I hate how much material I'm going to have to send through here just to make sure it's all getting through the pipes, then reconnect everything, reattach everything, and go from there. How often do I eat rice? Not that much. Rice, definitely not that much. Nice. Too bad the availability here is, not that. Sadly. Rocket is completely refilled. You need to take another target here. Pretty sure we already grabbed the full array. Let me double check which locations we've got locked in. We already got the relic there. Relic for 16 days. That one's available. 3 days. Only one polluted dirt. That's available. Starches? Normally just bread. I guess we go for aluminum and artifact. Not everything edible. No. I just need pickle meal. Oops. Please refill the rocket. Sure, everything else is working for now. Yeah, this entire thing needs to be cooled down, so we're gonna have to run this cooling loop for a while. Oh boy. The good news is I have a continuous stream, so we're still okay. Yes, should be Gene's errand. Yep. Want 8 tiles away. That should give us our exact target location. Gene, where are you? I think I've lost Gene. Jane? Oh, I also have new blueprints. I'm paying attention to everything else but this. Nicola devouring his mush bar. God damn it, game. Oh, God. Of course it's this one. I don't need starship reveal. Not even close. That's hilarious. A painting that captures the true nature of hunger. That's pretty good. I'll have to put it near a Nicola if I've got one. Pretty sure I've got like 2. It's funny. That's a good painting one. There's the expressive genius, and then there's Nicola devouring his mush bar. Yeah, I'll give him the expressive genius. That's pretty funny. That's a good one. There's Jane. Okay. Man's on his way. Good job, dude. Get your butt in here. Put it for crew, so you stay. Okay, bud. Off you go to gather more resources. And yes, small cargo bay, 1 solar panel, battery, artifact, well, relic, capsule, drill bit, and everything else. Off he goes. Get more relics. We have more things to discover. More mugs to acquire, I guess. Keep getting mugs. Keep getting a lot of mugs, actually. As you can see, I feel like we're getting a small mug collection, and it's becoming a problem. I don't mind, it's just kind of funny. The other mug there. There we go. He's all nice and set. We need to make sure his food. Yep, 100%. Okay, yeah, no. Gene's perfectly fine. How much steel do I have? Not enough. I need 3 of these dang things. Well, I know what I need to send over now. Going down the list, I swear. Also, I need that. Everything else is correct. Yep. We can finally seal that in. This will eventually need to be swapped. Let me set all this construction to 9. Yeah, this one will get vented on its own, so I don't have to worry about that. You okay there, Sand? You good, man? I said that I don't eat starch every single meal. That's overkill. I am a little bit sad that you can't really adjust the dupes' outfits if they're wearing a snazzy suit. So for reference, this is what they're technically supposed to be wearing, but it results in them wearing a base bog standard of whatever the color the snazzy suit is. Unless you make them take it off, which, yeah. If I come in here and I just set everything back to zeros, assign them back to their normal, oop, they're back to normal. With their snazzy suit and everything. But for some reason, it's not working properly. Well, they're not wearing a snazzy suit, it's fine. But obviously, we're getting to the point where everybody, but I have every single dupe but one wearing a snazzy suit right now. What's our radiation over here at? Ah, we're already at 1,171. Nice. 962. That's looking pretty good. Oh. It's literally all over the damn place. The only thing that's normally stable is Wednesdays. But that's just because normally we'll go out to... Like, normally we go out to eat Slotsky's. I don't know if you know that restaurant or not, but they have a, what was it? It's a buy one, get one pizza. Pretty fucking good. But that's pretty much the only one that's set in stone because it's always on Wednesdays. But yeah, it's between, like, penne pesto noodles, and Alfredo noodles. We have a lot of meats here. Sometimes my dad will make up goat meat. I don't eat that because that just kills me. Oh no, not burgers. No, like, I'll eat a burger from time to time, but no. Now you're looking at like hot dogs, air fried fish sticks, noodles, lots of noodles. I do eat a lot of noodles on that front, but a lot of them are just veggie noodles. So a lot of them are like asparagus and broccoli replacement noodles. They're very fucking good. Like, as the one thing I will fully admit, that yeah, I eat a lot of pasta. But again, it's all veggie noodles, which is hilarious, but yeah. Yeah, that's the one thing where it's like, oh yeah, you can have your normal pastas, and then I just ended up eating a lot of that instead, and well, they're just really good. I'm from America. I'm in the Midwest. Yeah, burger-wise, maybe like once a week. Once every 2 weeks. Yeah, fries from time to time. Hot dogs. Sausages. I still don't understand why my dad likes goat meat. That's the one thing I'm just like... I still don't understand how he likes that one. What that one is it's a ground beef mixed with... Well, technically sauteed with mushroom. It's a mushroom soup. So you saute it while you're grilling it, and it's just it's literally just raw like grinded beef with that. Mashed potatoes? Oh god, no, not really. No. A spud, yes, I will gladly, you know, slap a spud in a microwave, no problem. But mashed potatoes, nah, not all the time. That's like a Thanksgiving only thing. Like, that is so rare, it's not even funny. Okay, we did clean all that out, right? Yes. Sweet potato is good for anti-inflammatory? Yes. It's just, don't really eat it. It tastes bad for you? Oh no. I actually really do like sweet potatoes, but it's normally we make them like... If I'm gonna have any kind of sweet potato, it's always just gonna be a fried sweet potato. So you make a little like onion rings out of them, and then you grill them. Oh no! Oh, he didn't shut the door before he did. God damn it! Ah, dupe! You had one job. I ordered him to shut it first before dismantling it. He did not. He did it in the exact opposite order. Damn it! Sweet potato tastes like healthy. Huh. It just tastes like a sugary potato, for me anyway. But again, we grill the hell out of it, so it's a little bit different. Oh, allergies. I'm sorry, dupe. I can't take you. Never again. Also, critter version, but Yeah, the allergies, no. Squeamish, that's not a big deal. We'll take the Arbor Acorn because we have none here, and we still have yet to get pips from the printer. Maybe soon. Yes, please rebuild the door. We have to reopen the door. Because you didn't shut it when I asked you to shut it. That's fine. Gotta literally go in here, hit that, then immediately hit the other thing. I should have known and just said screw it and just let him do the first one first. What radiation are we looking at? Already at 670. Oh, it's looking good. Looking very good. I will need to actually add, just in case I want to use this later besides the rift generator. I want that there to fire a good spot. Yes, actually. So when we finish with the rift generator and it's completely filled, I will want all 4 of these firing up to the rocket to refill. And I also need to add in automation wire here as emergency shutoffs. So I just want, you know what? I could run them all on the same, or I could isolate them. You know what? I'm gonna actually isolate these. Yeah, I know it's hot, dupe. Yeah, I know I'm the weird one because I really enjoy veggie noodles for some reason. They're just really good. Okay. That should be the last bit of automation that we actually need in here. And yeah, I know, dupes, it's hot. It's gonna be hot in here for a little while. Technically, it's gonna be about 30 degrees in here the entire time once we get the cooling loop going. Oh, 28. That's the plan. There we go. Okay, so all of these are now completely isolated, so I can turn them on as needed. I'll keep all of those off. You need to go there. Here's the big question. Can I be cheeky with this? Yes, I can. Where's the automation on that? Yeah, no, that is perfectly reasonable. So when the rift is done, all we do is switch this targeting this way. And then we set the targeting for this one to point for this, which will then go into there and fill every single rocket that we put here. And I do want to have a dupe living here, which is why we're trying to build a natural farm so I can just leave them alone and then fully automate this system. So we've got the nuclear repository done. I need to get my 2 cooling loops done. Well, yeah, we need the 2 cooling loops up and operational. We need to get the steam turbines put in for when we just allow the volcanoes to constantly go off and not care. I need to probably set an override for each of the volcano systems. I know, we have refined iron directly on top of the volcano. Crap! Dupes, get down there and fix that, please. They formed on the top of it. It got too massive and too powerful. Okay, but yes, I'll probably need to make some overrides for each of these systems so that way we don't pull out the iron before it is ready, unless I use the conveyors to warm up the environment. Because I can do either or. At this point, anyway. Technically, I could do both. I could give them all a shut-off and also allow the temperatures to warm up the entire environment using conveyor rails. Both of which are valid options to set up. Dupe. Dupe. Proto, why are you standing on it? Come on. Gotta get rid of that. It's currently plugging the volcano. That would be great to have that running. Also grab that. Okay, cool. So we have made it through the door. Down for that. Okay, now the fun begins. Because what I need to do is I need to connect that to that. Separate that. And then separate that one. And connect this up. There we go. So that's all the supercoolant over here. Yep. Let me mop that up. Then add another one. Just make it out of igneous block dupes. Not ceramic, please. Yep. And for this, we need to remove the liquid bridge again, because I'm not going to be sending any more over for the time being. How much supercoolant do we have left? We still have 6.2 tons of this stuff. God damn it. Dupes, please empty that. We can make some more as well. That. Gene is just kind of existing. Currently on his way. Dupes haven't moved that yet. There's your waste I have going everywhere. It's expected. Okay, over here in Aerodol, though, I do need to immediately do manufacture material, steel. And we need to start shipping steel over for the other two aqua tuners. And the rest of the automation requirements. Nobody else is injured here. Alan, is anyone hurt? Nope. Just doing some basic medical checks here. I'll also need to send more steel over here, too. I have a given. I think everybody's good here too. Mostly because there's nothing dangerous here on Butalon, thankfully, besides the heat. Everything's still looking pretty good on this one. $103,000 in pocket fillets, pretty good. Here's our forward there. Japola, how are you guys holding up? Pups are doing fine. Water is still not yet a problem. It's going to become one eventually, but it's not there yet. I wish I wasn't having to feed the puffs actually right now, but I am. I really just want to get the Squeaky Puffs farm going if I can, but can't really do it here. There's no chlorine vent, so we're just kind of stuck with that. I could technically use the hot polluted oxygen vent, then repurpose the excess polluted water that's being produced from the natural gas geysers into our regular water supply, which is probably going to be the plan eventually, and then the excess materials get sent off to the puffs. But we are running a off-gassing station over here for them, so they don't die on me. It's like the entire purpose for them over there. send more of that to the base, which is always good. Send more gold. That'll work. Just fine. Bees are all doing okay. Mop up the excess. Whenever a bee dies, that's what's going on over there. So much dirt coming in. It's just a lot. I think we've finally gotten rid of all of it over here and scooted it to the pit on the left. Yep. We have finally removed all of the polluted dirt that we've been building up for all this time. I could make so much more, and I think that's the worst part. I have an almost unlimited supply of lumber at this point, and all of it can be processed into ethanol. I think the worst part is I'm going to end up making even more, just because I want more pips. Just because we can. Got 150,000 lumber units. That's a lot. And that's just here. Good job, Pips. Keep it up. Dupe. I don't really think we... You know what? We'll leave the wheel there, but I don't really think we'll need it. I'll leave it at 1. I think get some exercise on it. Oh, well, looks like that's self-duplicating again. It is. I won't. So be it. Okay. Oops, I need you to close the door this time. Then we can dismantle it in order. Hopefully you won't mess this up. Mind if you do, you'll just do it again. I prefer you not to. There we go. Okay, good. We need to remove all the plastic from there. Put in another door and then add another natural tile. I'm very tempted to shoot a pip over here. Pip egg specifically. Already up to 1,403 with 98% radiation blocking. Probably need to add insulated tile here. There. And here. The other one needs to go right there. Probably add another insulated piece right there as well, so that we don't have any more temperature transfer. We'll just have 2 slots for stuff to come through. Because I really don't want the dupes actually on this side. Or even standing up here for that matter. There'll be a point where we just seal this entire thing off and I don't have to touch it. Horribly before this becomes dangerous. We are slowly adding more materials, so that's pretty good. I am questioning why that's not being sent yet. I may also need to possibly add a pump and then scoot all the nuclear waste over into the system. I might need to do it over here on this side. Something kind of like that. I know it's hot, dude. We're also going to move all the material that is here on there. Or actually, technically, probably in there. Deconstruct that. Add a tile there. Add... Move that ladder. I'll add a drop-off pump here so we can move the nuclear waste into the system. Should be there, I think, if I remember correctly. Oh, this is too hot for this thing. No. Oh, I know it's hot. Sorry, dupes. I absolutely do know that it is warm in there. It's a little toasty. Okay, so that should fire all the way up there. That should fire down to there. It can also hit this window tile so it won't accidentally kill a dupe on their way out. You need to be sent for nuclear waste. Priority because it's important. Let's see. How much more stuff is getting sent? Yep, all steel. Everything is steel at this point. Any excess lime or anything else? I really should just send the lime over in all honesty. I have a lot of it, I'm pretty sure, laying around. Anything laying here yet? You guys just not... I don't think you guys were crushing anything, were you? No. Yeah, that would explain it right there. Like, how much lime do we have? Checks eggshells. 2,109.5 kilograms of eggshells. Probably do that. Like, why are you not running? Oh, yeah, it's a mistake. Okay, now, in the meantime, I need to reconnect everything else. Let's construct. Yep, that. That needs to be plugged in there. Cleaned. This needs to be flipped. And make sure I don't accidentally send any other super coolant through the system. That's all just going to have to correct. Yep. How's our bathroom liquids? Getting close to full. Oh, that's always good. How's the base temperatures? Ooh. Oh, they're so much cleaner now. It's actually noticeable. Like around here. Yeah, it's the benefit of going from polluted water to super coolant. I'm so happy I did that. I still could send more actually through the system. There's still blobs that are missing. Just a little bit here and there, but that's mostly because we were plumbing it all and then recycling the whole system again and again and again. There goes steel, good. How's the nuclear reactor doing? Oh, you're doing fine. Also, yes, they still haven't fixed this bug yet. So, as it ends up, nuclear reactors still form giant laser beams of death when interacting with neutronium. And it's more like a zebra pattern of doom than anything else. 33 to 350. Oof. That's brutal. Yeah, at least we're like mostly shielded. We're still getting like 80 up there. I think we've almost maxed out all of the sleep meat grains. Almost. There's a lot of them. You know what? 176. I probably could just run frostbuds. We've got 4 of them growing naturally. They are in the radioactive pit for mutating plants, but they aren't actually getting sleep meat now, so I could probably start running for some frostbuds here and there. Not that big of a deal. How's our temperatures looking? Yeah, still warm. This needs to get super cooling as well. God damn it. I'm just using too hot of dirt. That's the problem here. Actually, when are you gonna go up again? 19.4. Okay. Oh, that'll do it. My hot dirt can just eat shit at this point. In all honesty. That should be sending a green signal. Yep. But yeah, once that goes off, the entire thing will start freezing out again. Which is how it's set up to work. Dupes, we need to clean up the excess ice melt. It's just a lot of it, kind of everywhere at this point. Sorry about that. Okay, that's all nice and contained. 30 degrees. And now the base is actually looking somewhat normal. Other than the constant nuclear waste leakage. I don't think that's ever going to stop. Not for a while anyway. $1,400, $840. Okay, yeah, that's looking pretty good. Okay, base cooling first. It's kind of a no-brainer at this point. So we'll run the base cooling loop here first. I need to do conductive wire, iron. And I need both a pipe sensor, I should say a thermal pipe sensor, and a temperature thermal sensor. And then I need one AND gate. There we go. Information wire. U to U, U to U, and U to U. And this one, we just want to set this for 30. Or sorry, 28 specifically. And that should stabilize our entire base's temperature. Mind you, it will be exposed to the air, but it should be able to handle it. How's our temperatures looking over here? Hot. How about over here? I know. Oops, wheels. Quickly. I am totally running this off of wheel dupes. It's not a joke. Actually quite effective. Weirdly enough, actually effective. I probably should just inject energy from the other area because, in all honesty, we're just burning energy at this point. We're trying to get rid of it as fast as we can. Because there's so much energy locked up into the system, it's not even funny. Yeah, I could probably snake another battery over here. Actually, transformer for that matter. The big problem is do we have the materials to do this? Somewhat, yes. Only somewhat. Nope. As far as we get with that one, means we just need to use crappy cables. Also won't reach either. Damn it. Okay, I need to teleport some refined metals across. Make sure that we're all connected. We are. Dude, send some gold over. Why not? You can make some nice shiny things for the guys in Palin. I still don't have access to space, so. I think only Vern's seen the outside. Because he's the only one that I've warped over that's actually been to space and back. Floor Cactus is already teleported, but I don't know if they've actually been into space, or on a rocket for that matter. Okay, I'm going to 9 priority that, send the gold through, and then hope that they'll make it. You're slowly lowering the entire temperature of everything in here. Obviously the big downside is I'm still having to cool this down, but we are converting everything back into energy, so it should be okay. Only partially need to support the system. No. One full load of 1,000 kilograms worth of gold should be fine. Just need more of that. Some more plastic. Actually, no. Let's just not send anything for the time being, so that gets taken care of. I need... Oh, we have enough. Okay, good. This is exactly the same setup. These are their own independent grids. Don't need to think about it. Iron check. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, these are in the open environment. This needs to be, if it is above 28. And these are technically exposed to oxygen right now. I don't want to push this over 120 degrees. The system won't be able to handle it. Yes, if both of these run simultaneously, they're just fucked. So we can't do that. This one will be, if it is above 40, then it can run. Nope, don't do that. Don't both of you run simultaneously. The network will explode. It's gotten too warm. That's not fine. Okay. If I want a steel battery, I want a couple of these things down here. There we go. Okay, let's see who we got. Allergies, and unempathetic. 2 dupes immediately off the list, and then it turns out that the unempathetic is a gourmet, which is also off the list. Operating cook game. All I want. Operating cook. Give me that, and we can call it a day. All I want at that point. Assume he's still digging. Yep, 10.8. Seeing y'all good? How's your food? 94%. Oh, you're fine. I can actually allow you... What? Re-enable the telescope. Mop up some more of this little bit over here. There you go, bud. And yes, just for reference, the only way I can think that this thing even works is that the telescope is actually technically on the outside of the ship over here. Because the way it's, I believe it's calculating was here. And it goes up diagonally in both directions. But yeah, the only way this works in theory is that this enclosed telescope is actually poking out the side of the rocket. Only way. So I just kind of go, okay, cool, that's how it works. Because I can't exactly rotate this thing sideways because, well, dupes are still experiencing gravity even though they're in space with no gravity. So, yeah. That's the best way I can describe it. Okay. All that's working. It's fine. We've cleaned up the thing there. Add yet another manual airlock. One, two, three. Eventually this one will get cleaned up. I think really the only annoying thing I'm going to have to worry about is getting auto super arms here. Because the dupes can stand here, climb up there, and then climb over them. And this will work. It's just going to be a wee bit weird. So I need to replace all these plastic tiles with ladders. But they will be able to do it, so not too big of a deal. But obviously, I want to keep these in here for the time being so the pips can move around when we get them. So that's the only real problem, is that it's got to be done in order. So auto sweepers can't be put in until after we get pips in here to plant everything, and then we can clean up all the corners. A little frustrating, but nothing too serious. Oh, that's being way too hot. There it goes. Okay, good. I'm like, please don't tell me you're gonna overheat for once. Don't do it. Don't do it, I beg of you. Looks like it's okay. Nope. Oh, he's not responding. Come on, honey. There it goes. Doing minor temperature checks while doing an autosave. That's never good. Yep, we're okay. Oh. Another unknown object. And get one more tile done. Nuclear waste. That should hopefully be enough steel. I need to retarget the steel, though, over to Talon, so we can keep working on the rest of it. And empty storage. I should probably actually add the conveyor. Maybe we can just drop the gold right out and I don't have to think about it automatically. That way we're only manually taking out the petroleum liquids that we're sending over. Oops, please claim the battle pip. You seem to be doing just fine. Water is slowly cooling down again. Temperatures in here are now down to 238 and 244. Yeah, it's progressing. Always good. I am still dealing with full receptacles though. Oh my god. Yep. That's just 2 of them, and they are maintaining full receptacles down here. Ay ay ay. 5. I'll just put that there and it'll move it back where it belongs and replace it with steel again afterwards. Whenever it bugs out like that, that's the way you fix it. Dupes, please grab me the nuclear waste. I would like that the most. I would like more nuclear waste in this tile, please. Thank you. Okay. All of our power situation is completely taken care of there. Temperature is mostly stabilized. It'll be a while before we can fully stabilize everything, but it is working. All of the volcanoes are open, so that's always good. Yeah, I can totally work with that. Anything else we need to do today? Double checking everything to make sure we're all fine. We've got all of our super coolant and hopefully then some, or we'll be okay. We have an extra 5,000, 8,000 total super coolant for the rest of the pipe, so hopefully it'll be enough. I know when this system is done, it'll be enough, because I can just repurpose all of this piping for down here. So that's a lot of super coolant that we're not able to fully utilize for the farm, because we're still cooling down the rest of the planet to give us more space. I also really need the dupes to go grab all of that. I also need to send over more copper. Oh, yep. Temperature's already down to 9 from 27. Okay, cool. So we are dramatically reducing the overall problem. Good. How much extra gold? Ooh, 9,000 gold. Probably stop sending it. Pretty sure that's all we needed, really. Like, I'd love to replace the entire network here with just gold. Oh. The planetoid is... Hey, we did find it. Gene, you beautiful bastard. You found them. We found the shovels. Oh, that's a damn good thing to find right at the end. God damn it. Oh, it's beautiful. I was like, oh, we found another object. Wonder what it is. They're actually right next to Kellen. And Fapalin. Oh, thank goodness. They're actually in a not shitty zone. If Fapalin is just going to be a nightmare to work around. But Kellen, on the other hand, I was already planning on building our space station and a refueling site here, so... Yeah, no, this is actually perfect. Thank goodness. Siftolin. Kellen, Frollo and now Siftolin. Okay, cool. That is awesome news. That's actually very good news. And it has a steam vent on it. Ooh. This place actually has... That place has water. Hold up. That actually has water on it. And ice meteor shower as well, with an iron meteor shower and regular shower. Okay, cool. Well, that's friggin' nice. It is a cold world, so I assume power is probably going to be very limited from solar. You never know. Oh, that looks really good. That's very good news. Good job, Gene. Your enclosed telescope ended up finding something very, very important and very valuable. I'm okay with that. Tells me that the lava planet is either here or here. Probably this one, just to spite me. Just shove it next to the gassy moos. I'm really hoping it's there, because, again, Friedel will be a replay, like a refueling location. So it's like, Ikellen and Friedel are really two very important planetoids in the grand scheme of the playthrough. So having a refueling station here and here, that definitely makes it much easier. But I'm just praying it's not this one. If it's that one, I need to either colonize the Gassy Moo world, which we will do last for the achievement, or we go to the water world, which both are annoying in their own ways. This one's just laggy. This one's just... I have to send over all the material I want to build the base with by hand automatically. Thankfully, we have a stupid amount of radiation at this point. Oh no, it completely bugged out. Uh-oh. It just, Oh man, I need to actually reload my save. Shit. That is a very, very nasty bug. Shit. Let me go back a day just in case. Somehow our naphtha teleported 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles. That is not okay, game. Yeah, that is not okay. I'm sure the radiation is pretty huge, but yeah. That literally just like poofed away way too much work. And we did find the planet, so we know where that is. Let me go back one day. Ah, it's because I looked away. We had a Schrodinger's cat situation again. I hate it when it does this. It's only happened a couple times. In most cases, I'm just like, oh yeah, we'll just put it down. I'll just stare at it for a good, like, 3 minutes. Let the dupes handle it, and we don't have to worry about it. But if it's going to do something like that, where it's like, oh yeah, I just teleported 4 tiles. It's like, okay, okay. That's not cool, game. Again, note to self, always look at whatever you're building and don't leave the dupes alone when they're not on screen. The game doesn't like that, and it likes to explode. That's frustrating. Yeah, let's go back one day and double check. Gene's already there, so I don't have to worry about him finding the planet anyway. And sorry for the YouTube guys, but yeah, this is normally when we say we're dealing with a Schrodinger's cat situation, because the game technically didn't calculate the walls when I was replacing it, so it just yeeted the material. You'll notice that it didn't leak out anywhere else. It just yeeted it 4 tiles to the left. That's what happens. Like, teleporting materials are a thing. This is why we reload. Like, this shit happens. There's really no way you can deal with it other than, okay, reloading. Like, shit's teleported like 20 tiles again. Reload. Saving and loading can normally fix it. Yeah, that's frustrating. Fuck, I looked away for a second because new planet goes and checks it, comes back. Oh, we have teleporting resources. Fuck. Like, No. Ah, game, why? It's an issue with Unity. Issue with the backend. Okay, hopefully it's fixed here. I always want to go back 2 days. I'd rather not do that, but yes. Yay, the random teleporting resources when you're not looking at the planet. Fucking wonderful. Okay. Back at 2104. Reconnect. Make sure our stuff didn't get warped. Nope, still here. Yeah, I literally just teleported it over here when I moved this tile. Ah, it's so frustrating. That's absolutely frustrating. So yeah, when I want to replace this later. Actually, no, the bug's even gone too. Sorry about the sorry about the radiation burst. Let me double check. Nope. Yep. The bug that we tried to fix earlier doesn't exist in a save load. Awesome. Damn you, teleporting resources! Where do you even come from? Like, God damn it. Ah, Cly! Whatever. Fine. Fine. Gene, can you find that planetoid again? Because we know exactly which one it is. That one. You just work through your thing. I'll easily be able to discover it, as I said, so that's not an issue. We didn't really lose anything. Everything else is still being built. Next time when I want to move this, we end up switching it out again while we watch it, so that way it doesn't teleport on us. Because this pile of 7.6 kilograms of nuclear waste was over here, and our naphtha went from here to here. And it's like, ow! Like, if this had broken, this would have exploded. But no, it did not. It just teleported my naphtha away. Over here. Don't know why. It just did. God damn it, Clyde. I know there's nothing they can do to fix it, but it's just... Damn you, game layers! Damn you, back-end functionality. Yeah, well. Everything else is fine. It definitely sucks, though. Because that is a big moment that was just ruined by a bug. Because I was trying to fix another bug. Because we had, we had, before I just reloaded, nuclear waste sitting in this airflow tile that is in liquid form. The 7.6 kilograms of nuclear waste was in the airflow tile. Like that. So there's nuclear fallout in the airflow tile. And I think it already changed over. Oh, no, there it is. Just kind of hanging out now. Nobody wants to be below oxygen. Oh, there it goes. Nuclear waste. But yeah, sometimes you'll get nuclear fallout that'll just kind of fall down. As you can see. That's literally how we're making nuclear waste. Is we're technically creating nuclear fallout and then it instantly flashes into nuclear waste. But it gets scooted out because of the oxygen inside of the airflow tiles. But sometimes the airflow tiles can get a vacuum issue like this. If I pause it, that is a vacuum. That is oxygen. That is a vacuum. There is no liquid here. There's liquid up here and here. And it's also touching oxygen here. Somehow, there's a vacuum piece here. When it shouldn't exist. If I hit play... Just teleporting. This is what can cause problems. That's so weird. It really is just really weird. It switch all of our supercoolant correct. Everything else is nice and connected. Let me go check on foot pollen real quick. make sure our pipes are all done up. Yep, no, they're all good. We just gotta wait for the temperatures to drop back down again. That is frustrating. But hey, at least we know where the one is. Thank you, Gene. No, I should say thank you, past Gene, before the bugs claim that. Current Gene is about to get it done, though. Okay, get that researched and then that one done. And I should mention, what is Gene's research skills right now? Science is at 16%. Piloting is at... Actually, his skill level is only 8. So he can go up, definitely, for sure. His skill level in piloting, though, is 20, so he is done. He's actually capped. I don't think I can give him any other skills other than... I can give him the spices to push him a little bit higher. That's about it. Yep. He's completely capped besides spices. Come on, bud. Find me that planet. Get that one done and that one. His researching skills need to be improved, and that's about it. Come on, Gene, you can do it. And is this the last one? Nope, second last one. Come on, bud. Yes, thankfully, no explosions. Besides, obviously, a weird teleportation bug. No crashes tonight, which is always solid. Come on. Let's end this one with a bang, buddy. So frustrating that we didn't get to enjoy it after that bug. God damn it. And it should be the last one. Yep. Show us the planet. Should be the same name, hopefully. We're about to find out, though. Oh, circuit overloaded. Oh, gone. Where's his idle? Strange. I'll have to go back and check the circuits later. Come on, Gene. Make your discovery. And... there we go. Yep, same name. Fifth-Dolan. Good job, Gene. Even if it's the same... okay, yeah, everything's perfectly fine. We just don't... we didn't have a random teleporting resources today. Or kind of we did. I don't know anymore. That's still weird. Okay, circuit-wise. Commander is currently hurt. I'll get in there and take care of yourself, bud. Everything else okay? Yup. It's still being taken care of. Wrong button. Okay, mop that up. Okay. Fair it all. Food device, we're okay. $832, pretty solid. Very solid. All of these are done. Alan, how is everything over here? We're at 12,000 gold, which means this thing is still running. We didn't turn it off yet. There we go. Okay. You. 20. And let me add in our shipping plan earlier, but we didn't get to it. Everything exploded. There we go. Okay, that should be everything. Gene, how many goes the digging? 6.4. Okay, yeah, we'll take Gene back next time. For sure. I should let it run to the 2104. That's where we hit it earlier before, obviously, the random teleporting bug. I knew I should have kept an eye on it, so that way we wouldn't have a Schrodinger's cat situation, but, well, I fucked up. Pretty sure there's nothing behind this. Yep. Deconstruct that at your leisure, dupes. And we'll wait until 2105, and then that'll be it. It won't be that much longer. And progress-wise, I'm pretty content with that. Finding the shovels is extremely important. Because what that means is the shovels can now spawn from the actual printing pods. So, technically speaking, I can consolidate my actual meat farm. Now, the bigger question is, where are we going to put them? I've been thinking possibly down here, whenever I got them. Obviously, it's been a while, but yeah, I think we might make a shovel farm down here in the pit. The only downside, obviously, is shovels did kind of get screwed over. Sort of. There we go. For reference, they added a second species, and the second species does not produce enough meat or calories to function independently, like all the other critters. And the only way to technically turn them back into normal is using a story bit that I don't have access to because this save is almost a year and a half. Like, we're approaching a year and a half soon. I'm glad that we're very close to being done. But yeah. I made a problem, and then they created a solution that I don't have access to. So, there's that. But yes, cycle 2105. I will take that. Absolutely take that. Oh, yes. Everything's getting prepared for the rift. We just found the shovels. I need to send probes over there, aka we're going to send rovers, like, immediately. The big downside, obviously, is that I need to build a refueling station on Ikellen, which was already part of the plan. It just means I need to speed up the plan. So we might end up leaving Furadol once we get all the automation plugged in. So that way I can just let the system run and make all the iron I will ever need. And then possibly even automate shooting it off the planet. Like, now that's probably part of the plan. The big downside, obviously, is that I need to make sure I can cool the iron down to 124 at least before I shoot it over to main base for processing. Yeah. Oh, then I also have to build a processing filter, and then I gotta ship the iron down into the industrial brick. I could always... no. I could move the drop-off plane. I'll have to think on that one. That's for sure. Okay. There we go. From that. But yes. I think that's pretty much where we're going to finish off this episode. So, episode 123. And yeah, hopefully tomorrow we will be able to do 124. Besides that, if it's not tomorrow, it'll be on Saturday.